All right. Old ideas, new beginnings, a lucky new start, a level up with past lessons, a wild adventure into the unknown, seeing the big picture, recapping on the past and stepping into the new life, the new you, into the new world, choosing a better timeline. Hi, I'm Karina, your healing arts astrologer, and I'm here to give you the new moon in Sagittarius video. I am chilling in my living room, just put up this beautiful white Christmas tree as Thanksgiving is over, and now we're going to get in the holidays. And to be honest with you, this year has flown by so fast. I had to get this tree up like a couple days before Thanksgiving because it's already going to be January. Like, we're fully immersing into the Pluto Aquarius 20-year cycle, and I'm ready for this. Today is actually the new moon in Sagittarius happening at 9 degrees. Luckily, new moons are felt after and full moons are felt before. So we're going to start feeling this 2-week buildup of this new things that we're implementing into our life, and this new life that we are choosing. And, you know, the new moon in Sagittarius typically occurs in late November or early December. This is our second new moon, third moon cycle of the month of November. So there's been so many moves, so many things happening in this month, and it carries strong themes of expansion, exploration, and seeking deeper truths. So here are some key themes associated with the new moon. Sagittarius is all about the quest for meaning and the aspiration to strive towards one's vision. It's like the arrows of aspire. And this is all about traveling through the mind within and having deeper thought about like this, what we're studying, what we're looking into. And we see the goal and we then reach the goal, and then we see another goal. So with this ruler, expansive Jupiter, it is, and the esoteric ruler, which is the earth, we could be able and we can have access to heaven on earth. And it's at our fingertips if we choose wisely. So exploring life's purpose through expanding the mind, body, and spirit. So with the Scorpio is going to be this like the scorpion into the snake. And then the phoenix rises, right? And that's where you're going to see the eagle. And the eagle is associated with Sagittarius. And this is what we're experiencing with this energy. And this is all about optimism and a sense of adventure and being able to step into the unknown, this new path that we are choosing for ourselves. And it's scary. And we're like, we're reassessing, and we're looking at our past and how and where are we today because of our past. Okay. And where is it that we want to step into something new? And how are we going to work that out? How are we going to adjust? And this is where Mercury retrograde comes in. Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius, which is the same area. And that happened on, was it, am I time traveling? What the heck's going on? Mercury retrograde. Okay, Venus enters Aquarius on December 6th. Let me look at my ephemeris real quick. Okay, Mercury went retrograde on the 25th. And so we're starting to experience these renewals around this area of Sagittarius, we're renewing our sense of excitement and adventure, okay, and our optimism. And we're seeing a vision. We have big dreams. And this is also about our beliefs. So what we believe we can achieve, we can always just drop into fear and be like, okay, like I really want this kind of life and I want to be able for it to be successful. However, I have fears around, it could be whatever. I can't make enough money, or I'm not sure if I could sustain it financially. I don't know if I can sustain it within my own self, like having self-doubts. Okay. And so we're looking at these past shadow selves of ours, and we are trying to kind of burn away and rise. Okay, the phoenix rises, and we're trying, it's the best way to move forward is really to see the bigger picture. Okay, like the eagle. The eagle can see the big picture. Hey, this is the light, this is my lifespan. This is where I've been, this is where I've come from, and this is where I'm headed. Now, I have a choice in what timeline I want to choose. If I want to choose which path, it is a crossroads, very crossroady type of time. We're all moving into this new energy, and we're trying to figure out how we're integrating this, as well as remaining remaining autonomous and feeling a sense of freedom and independence as well. Because the new moon could inspire a desire for personal freedom, because that's Sagittarius, and that's within our career, our relationships, and our lifestyle. Now, that's just the energy of Sagittarius, and the sun is transiting Sagittarius. Soon it will be in Capricorn. Now, Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign. Okay, so mutable signs are these changes. So lots of changes are happening. And within the changes, there's endings. So we have to wrap up an old cycle, an old life, an old karmic timeline, and we're adopting this new timeline and this new life and integrating these new habits, these new ways of interacting. And then when Capricorn seasons, it solidifies. And in Capricorn season, we want what is sustainable long-term. We want commitment, and we are willing to work hard to have the life that we want. So let's say it's that you want to move, and this place that you want is like maybe just outside of what you're normally affording. Okay, let's say your rent is $2,000, and now you're going to move into a place that's $5,000 a month, because it's going to create the lifestyle that you want. We learn, once we make a decision, we learn how to keep that thing once we have it. It's hard to have motivation to get something in which we've never felt what it feels like to have. So it's very, it's just that next, it's the level up. So you have to level up. You have to make the commitment to, okay, you know what? I am going to get this place, and I am going to make it happen. I will make ends meet, because once you have it, your energy shifts. You've chosen that timeline, and the blessings will come. Your new sense of, okay, well, now I have to, be a little more diligent with my money. I need to be a little more smart with my moves financially, and it kind of levels you up. It makes you become a like more successful, more resourceful person. And without you making that decision, you're just settling for the simple. You're settling for what you've always had. But then, life gets still. Like there's a time in your life when you just need to level up. You need to take that risk and that chance and step into the unknown, and just know that God's going to bless you once you make the decision for yourself to have that better life, or to have that better home, or to have that better relationship, or to have that better phone, right? I just ordered my new phone today, stepping into this new moon in Sagittarius. I've had the same phone for 2 years, and I had switched from, like, literally broke up with Verizon and then got with T-Mobile and immediately regretted it, not within that 2-month period. And I just have been counting down the days to break up with T-Mobile and get back with Verizon. So that's what I did today, and I'm pretty happy about that. And it's kind of like, this is like a new life for me, you know? So it's like, as above, so below, as without, so within. So we start making these small changes within our life to really implement this new life that we want to manifest, and the new abundance that comes along with it. So, Sagittarius is associated with the truth seeker. So under this new moon, we could have a desire to be more truthful with ourselves and others. So it is a great time to let go of illusions and or beliefs that no longer serve you, and to align more closely with your truths and expanding your knowledge. Sagittarius is all about your knowledge, and the knowledge through philosophical inquiries, as well as foreign travel, overseas travel. You can learn so much about another culture by just going there and immersing yourself. Look, you're not going to learn anything if you're just like looking up YouTube videos or TikToks, because you're seeing the perspective of that person. And to really get hands-on perspectives is that of Gemini, because Gemini is the seeker also, because it opposes this Sagittarius new moon. Well, Jupiter, the ruler of this moon, is in Gemini. It's opposite sign of partnerships and relationships for Sagittarius. Geminis are more of the practical, knowledgeable things that will, you know, that's not so practical. It's like knowledge and information that is like names of actors, or you know, songs, names of songs and artists. Like this is about the people even in your immediate environment. Like, hey, like Geminis seem to just know everything about everyone because they're inquisitive and they ask questions. Well, Sagittariuses are knowledgeable because of research, you know, through either education or reading. So there is different ways of being knowledgeable. This is also about breaking boundaries, self-imposed boundaries and limitations. And this fire trine we have happening in the sky. Let me share my chart with you and talk a little more. Let's see. We have the chart. Yes, we do. Here it is. All right. All right, so we have this fire trine. So you can see the new moon, Sagittarius. Oh yeah, I got myself an iPad too. So maybe I could start using that so you could see me, and I could draw on the chart and show you. So I'm excited about learning how to do that. If anyone knows how to do that and is willing to help me in a couple of weeks when I get my iPad, I would really appreciate that. So this is the new moon. This is trining over to Mars in Leo. Now Mars is going to turn retrograde, and that's going to be around December 6th. Okay, so it's going to slow down. It's going to go back into Cancer. So there is a lot of pulling back, which is such a Sagittarius thing because it's the Archer. You have to pull back. Sometimes you have to take steps backwards in order to launch forward. Sometimes you need to, you know, when you're cleaning, okay, for example, the place gets a lot messier looking than it was before you started cleaning, but then after, it's cleaner than when you started. but it just doesn't look like it. That's the pullback. It's like when you start ripping things off the shelf because you want to dust it, and then you have boxes everywhere, and then you need to go through the boxes to kind of get rid of things, and then your house is a whole mess, and then you turn around after you're done putting everything away and everything's dusted. It's like so nice, right? So that's the pullback. The pullback is what we are going through right now. It's a new beginning. There's lucky new beginnings and new starts, but there's a lot of shadow things and a lot of past things that we're having to dig through and get rid of in order to be more clean, more organized, and more on purpose with the timeline and align with the timeline that we really want. Now, with this fire trine, you have this new moon trine Mars, okay, in Leo. And Leo is about about fire, courage, and confidence, and it's bold, and it takes actions, and it expresses its heart and its creativity, and it's very charismatic. So this trine between suggests maybe just a easier flow of energy between your emotional world and your actions. You are likely to feel more motivated and enthusiastic to pursue your passions. And then you have this Mars and Leo trining over to the North Node, which is in Aries, which is about action oriented and aligning to our higher purpose. So we're naturally motivated to step into this higher timeline, the pursuit of personal growth in a way that feels authentic to you. This aspect can give you the drive and clarity to take bold steps towards your destiny. And you may feel a deep pull to act on your desires with confidence and passion and self-empowerment and independence. Now, the overall energy of this trine is momentum. It's growth. It's taking risks. It's stepping outside of your comfort zone. It's like the excitement of the unknown is like, oh God, okay, this is new. This is crazy. And we could even be a little impulsive. So we want to just make sure that our actions are thoughtful. Okay. But yeah, I mean, this leads to a meaningful progress in our life. And we then also have Saturn in Pisces squaring over to Jupiter in Gemini, and Saturn in Pisces squaring over to Jupiter in Gemini right here. And these energies are at odds, okay? And they're creating tension between the need for structure, which is Saturn, and its opposite, which is a desire for expansion and freedom. And so the Saturn is about limitations and responsibilities, right? And Pisces is about the subtle spiritual and intuition and fluidity of like not giving a fuck, just being just all infused, no boundaries, merging with others as one. And the Saturn in Pisces invites a need to bring this discipline, like emotional discipline and spiritual discipline and artistic discipline. But it can sometimes create self-doubt or confusion about how to build these lasting foundations that we're taking a look at. Now, Jupiter is the planet of expansion and growth and optimism, and Gemini seeks knowledge in a variety of ways, communication and mental stimulation, and it's curious and versatile, and it loves new ideas and connecting and exploration of different perspectives. And Jupiter here amplifies the need for learning and social engagement, right? We want to engage. We want to get out there and move around and explore and seek intellectual growth and focus. So the focus is on communication, with Gemini, and it leads to a lack of focus and commitment to one path. And that's where the square happens. where Saturn is asking us for commitment to mature emotionally and spiritually on our higher divine path. And Jupiter is wanting to run wild. Okay. And so this square, it's a 90-degree angle between these two planets, and it causes challenges and relationships between these two planets. So this is tension and conflict and kind of like arguments between oneself, like, oh God, what's going on? The mental tension and overwhelm could be daunting, and struggles with these beliefs and these limits. And then learning lessons around balancing this structure within the freedoms that we have. You might need to confront issues of overcommitting to too many ideas or directions, while also learning to work within limitations and boundaries. So we could all be free within commitments. And sometimes commitments really freeze us. And yeah. What else is going on here? Oh, Venus is in Capricorn. So we're really wanting this. We really desire commitment and stability within our relationships. So that Venus is happening. Sagittarius new moon is like, okay, I want to commit to this new path, this one that I have I have no experience with, and I'm really intrigued, and I am curious. Okay. And so what is it going to take? Okay. What action do I need to take to align with this new life, this new timeline? And when Mars goes retrograde, this is the masculine, the divine masculine, really slowing down. So, the masculines aren't going to feel as motivated to get things done. They're not going to be too motivated to work, maybe too motivated to have sex. Like Sagittarius is about intellectual thought and going within. Retrogrades are about going within. Mercury retrograde is about maybe past opportunities coming back around. Okay. And we are having to reassess those offers. Okay. And this could be offers of, let's say, job offers, or travel opportunities, or a school maybe said that like all of a sudden, like you didn't think you were going to get in, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, we want to offer you this scholarship to come to the school. It could be even old relationships coming around just to test us and like see, or maybe we need to work something out. Like we need to kiss that relationship goodbye. So these Mercury retrogrades kind of has like the old coming back, and we're being faced with these shadow aspects with Mars going retrograde, and like we're kind of just we really have to just go inward with this and try to figure out how to work these old things and kind of put them to sleep, so then we can move forward with our new life. Now, Sagittarius is the 9th cycle of the zodiac, and 9 represents this ending. So there are endings in order for these new beginnings to happen. We are all seekers, whether we know it or not. And this is about that Sagittarius point of view. It's an energetic sign. So if you want to see the world from this expansive perspective, put on your spiritual hiking boots. Okay. And this archer, idealistic, keen-witted, optimistic, enthusiastic. And this archer is depicted as a centaur. So it's half horse, half human, half animal, essentially. And so this suggests that we may aspire to the highest wisdom, even while we live in this animalistic body. So we want to be more godlike. We desire to be more godlike. And we are still living in sin. My quote hands are happening. This animalistic body that still needs to be looked at, right? And Sagittarius rules the thighs and the body because they're constantly traveling and hiking and traveling to higher heights. They're elevating, they're leveling up. They are the spiritual sign of just the guru, the spiritual guru, higher education, exploration, and evolving one's consciousness. Sagittarius loves the outdoors. And so, what are you fired up about? What is calling you? It's the Temperance card in the tarot. So I want to pick a card. I want to first read a little bit from this Inside Degrees real quick. Let me stop sharing real quick. I'm going to read the Inside Degrees for Sagittarius. I'm going to go ahead and read the 10 degrees because this doesn't have the 0. So the star turning many different colors, bedazzled by the lights, intoxicated with the display, amazed and stunned by the spectacle. You are your own audience, your own accomplice, your own shadow catcher, prone to excess in all things, in the release of spirits unending, becoming roles, worlds, ways of presenting self, taking karmic episodes of the past and replaying them in other variations, given over to the senses, body charged, chaotic and commanding, taking life through all its shifts and nuances with easy and spectacular capacity. You feel somewhat at the mercy of the shadow that comes back to haunt. Effortless grace and subtle burnout. For there is more than this, and it will not come unless this does consume itself and makes way for the unknown as the only place to go when the excitement wears off. So there's always something that could be tempting, right? But those temptations are fleeting. So it's just like with any addiction, anything that you want and desire, you give it to yourself, and after, you don't feel good. Like, you could feel good in the moment, but after, it's very shallow. So that is, this new moon is asking us to seek deeper things and go within. And let's pick a card, a tarot card. Oh, ooh, what? The Hanged Man. The hanged one. Okay. So there is the snake. And then this one popped out, which is the 3 of Cups. There is some celebrating. So I'll go ahead and read the Hanged one because that is one of the major arcanas. Okay. I pause to flip my perspective and continue with fresh eyes. Suspension, release, watch your stories, and outlook. The Hanged one asks you to switch things up. If your world feels like it isn't turning, it may be an issue of perspective. We all tend to get wrapped up in the way we see life. We make up firm truths about what we are like, what others are like, and how they are likely to behave, and how we are likely to behave. And we readily lock ourselves into our comfy stances where we never run the risk of hanging upside down. We don't even consider a different angle. It appears to be easier this way, but this outlook impedes our growth. Eventually, stagnancy will be so painful that we are forced to adjust. The Hanged one encourages you to recognize the need to pivot before you're forced to by external circumstances. Acknowledge that you are feeling static first. You can do so by observing yourself and your body, your actions, your thoughts, as if you were watching someone else. With newfound awarenesses, You stand in front of the choice to make a change. You may find that by even ever so slightly adjusting your position, that you can release toxicity. Let go of what's holding you back. Doing so means creating space for expansion and inviting new pulsations into your life. Explore a direction that you haven't taken before, and you'll be rewarded. Ooh, wow. I mean, on point. This is what I've been saying. So the radiance tip for this card is practice an inversion, even if that's just lifting your legs up on the wall or forward folding. Physically flip your perspective. I like that because I've said inversion tables probably 3 times this week, and I saw one while I was flipping through social media. So that is definitely a confirmation there. And then the 3 of Cups is I lean into my bonds, community, tribe, cooperation, and quality time. The 3 of Cups implies community and collaboration. If you've been focusing on you for a while, it's time to get out of that mode. Confide in your tribe and get by with a little help from your friends. Your interactions will flow with ease. Everything falls into place when we're together, and the ideas can flourish in cooperation. In case you've been feeling stuck in a certain area of your life, lean into your networks to help you move fluidly again. Everything you aim for at this time is more easily accomplished with others. The 3 of Cups also asks you to simply spend quality time with your loved ones. Life is so precious and we won't be able to keep each other company forever. Your farewell, if you deliberately devote time and attention to each other, everything's better together. So spa day, road trip, board games with friends. I love board games. Okay, so let me pick a card, 2 more. I'll do an oracle card, the flowers of life. Okay. Okay, I have to take this ring off because it's so hard to shuffle. Oh my gosh. Knowing, I'll just take that one. Within you resides great treasures, vast reserves of strength, courage, wisdom, compassion, and love. Open your heart and acknowledge your treasures that live within. For this calls forth infinite treasures from out there. You have so much worth. Listen to the whispers from your heart. For maybe it is time to create a life your soul has been nudging you towards. Become aware and sense your body. Connect deeply with your breathing. Imagine you become your breath as it moves into its own natural rhythm. Allow thoughts to float by in your mind. There's no need to connect them. Just feel all being as it is. Open your heart and feel into the very being of you. Move through your day and night in the presence of your knowing. And we'll pick one from the Gaia Oracle, and we will wrap it up. If you are still here, please, if you enjoyed this video, just give me a like. It helps other viewers find me, and give me a little comment. Let me know how this new moon is treating you, what you aspire, and what you are attaining to now. Also, if you would like a reading, you could head over to my website at lucidlivingmovement.com. The link is in the bio. Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, and reflection. So this one is 2. The moonlight angel depicted on this card is here to reflect back to you the repressed emotions that you have stored inside. She is here to heal you through your dreams, but in order for this healing to take place, you must pour out your heart and express how you truly feel. Do this for yourself and for others. Remember, all that you repress not only affects you, but it also affects those around you, especially those you love the most. It is safe to acknowledge your feelings, and it is all right to cry. Just surrender and let it all go. You are surrounded by love and the healing energies of the goddess. You are internally loved, and eternally protected. In the coming month, you will reflect on the past and you will give thanks and let go of old hurts and disappointments. Only the loving memories you will keep inside of your heart. Then, once the chambers of your heart are yet again full of light, a new season begins, a new journey, a new joy, a new passion. I give thanks for the healing that is taking place now in my life. I express all I feel honestly and lovingly, without fear or apprehension. I am safe, I am loved, I am one with Goddess, and I am one with the earth and all creation. So that's beautiful. Hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace out, your Lucid Living Coach.